doing up in the house? Oh my god, I can't believe my throat done fucked up. It just betrayed me. I can't believe it, guys. What's up, everybody, though? How you guys doing? I am Nick Diaz, and I am rolling with you. Hopefully, you guys are in the chat and the Double Toss chat as well as the chat tag chat. Shooting the shit with me. Court's gonna be starting in about 15 minutes, so it should be some fun. And oh, Ryan watches him with that new the new moderator thing. Yes, the chat's gonna be looking a little bit different today. Made some changes. Should be some fun. But Ryan says smaller shoulders. This your fan sequel? No. Wait, did I write smaller shoulders? I did. Wow. Let me go ahead and change that shit, guys. I'm gonna show you guys me changing it right now, because you know, might as well put it on here that I'm just stupid. But small soldiers, not smaller soldiers. Wow. Can't believe I done made that mistake. But anyways, guys, how you guys doing? I am glad you guys are all here. Hopefully you guys are having some fun with me and chilling with me and whatnot too. Black Knight says cooking is fun. Yes, it is. But you know what though? I'm not even cooking. I got fucking grapes right here, dude. These are amazing. I like these. It's gonna be a mukbang, son. I have me some grapes. I'm pretty good, bro. This shit is making my cheeks fucking like, just like pow, all the flavor. But Gene Jeter, what's up, dude? He says, hola, man. Hola, to you too, ese. How you doing, vato? You chilling? Huh? Is that what you doing, vato? Huh? Anyways, Small Soldiers, big battle. Is that what the tagline was? I'm curious. Let me look that up, actually. Let's look that up. I don't mind looking up advertisements for Small Soldiers. Come on now. Let me see. Was this it right here? Clickety click, click, clack. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Big movie, Small Soldiers. That's funny as shit. That's actually pretty cool. But anyways, guys, how y'all doing? I'm gonna put on some music just because like there's nobody in this call with me right now. They're gonna be joining me soon. It's just like I had a lot of shit to do today, so I wasn't able to like, you know, get everybody a link fast and all that shit. But they'll be coming in as the day progresses. But estoy bien, señor, or bien. Oh, estoy bien, señor. I don't know. I'm like the worst Mexican in the fucking world, dude. I gotta be honest. But yeah, man, Ganja Guru is gonna be joining me for the Small Soldiers discussion, and it should be cool. I can't wait. But anyways, you guys can hear some music now, so that's always nice. I like me some music. I always go to this song because I think it's actually not too bad of a song. But anyways, gonna bring some new stuff. Okay, firstly, gotta bring up did I watch a short video? I did not get that short video. I want to watch it again, like really focus on it and give you like a thing. But like, as far as all I can really gather, and you can kind of correct me in the chat over here, but like, I've met black girls that like grew up and like were like they have blonde hair. I don't know, but like I don't. It's just weird. This is not a Bone Thugs and Harmony trap, but it should be, sir. Can you imagine Busy Bone or Crazy Bone? Wait, Ryan, you know about Bone Thugs? What you talking about? I'm gonna do a refresh on this really quick because you guys don't have the new thingies. I want to show off the new chat. Let me see. There we go. Look at that. Subscriber. I want to make sure to put that shit on, or you guys can see. Subscriber Gene Jeter TV. Papow. And then also our mod is gonna have a different thing, a different look, I believe too. So yeah, always wanted to be there. But yeah, really glad you guys are hanging out with me though. It's gonna be some fun stuff today. One of the topics I want to bring up though is Viola Davis and talks to star in the Peacemaker spinoff being in the works. Now, here's the thing, dude. I'm down for this. I think this is going to be really cool. But it's weird we're calling it a Peacemaker spinoff because all these are just spinoffs of the Suicide Squad. Like, I could have sworn she was going to get like her own fucking like show a long time ago, or her own movie or something. But yeah, it says Viola Davis' character Amanda Waller is the latest DC Comics character getting the small screen treatment. Deadline understands that HBO Max is developing a Peacemaker and Suicide Squad spin-off series featuring a supervillain with Davis and Talks to star and executively produced, and that's really cool because she knows she's gonna make herself look really good. So that's gonna be a thing. It comes after Deadline revealed that James Gunn, who will executively produce the project, was working on a second Suicide Squad spin-off series. He told us in January that it was connected to this universe but won't be as much of a comedy as Peacemaker. Suicide Squad producer and Peacemaker exec producer Peter Safran will also exec produce. In Gunn's Suicide Squad and Peacemaker universe, Amanda Waller is a senior. Oh, well, you guys already know that shit. You guys know that shit. I ain't gonna go through the whole fucking spiel. But yeah, dude. HBO Max Warner Brothers TV declined to comment, which means that it's for sure happening. You just don't want to, like, you know, they don't want to give off all their information there. I get that. You don't want to say that for, like, a fucking, like, you know, like a direct. Like, it's not called a direct. You should only, like, use that for, like, video game conferences. But, like, they have this thing sometimes, like, what was that Disney thing? It's like a whole day of like Disney news that comes out, and it's fucking crazy. But yeah. I don't know, man. Matt Hundeman says spinoff Inception. Damn fucking straight. Hopefully Inception doesn't have a fucking spinoff. Yikes. That would be fucking terrible. But Dave Chappelle's attacker gained the beat. So, you guys want to talk about that? Huh? Yeah, we should talk about this. The attacker is apparently a 23-year-old. I did not know this until right now when I looked this up. But alleged Dave Chappelle attacker Asaya 23 booked for felony assault. Damn fucking right. That's definitely assault right there. Look at his arm. Yikes. That's a fucked up arm, dude. Let's go back. Let's look at this. Oh. That's nasty. You fucked yourself up, you stupid dummy. I don't even know why he did that. I hope he commented on why he even attempted to do that. Fucking stupid idiot. Since the audience member who had tackled Dave Chappelle on stage while armed with a blade-firing fake gun. Wait, blade firing? Why didn't he just go and just fucking shoot his ass? I'm not saying he should, but it's just like, you tackled? Where do you think that was going to go? Dave Chappelle probably could have whooped your ass by himself. You fucking moron. You dumb fuck. Anyways, blade firing fake gun was identified Wednesday as he was... Oh, let me go ahead and let Ganja Guru in. But yeah, audience member who tackled Dave Chappelle, I'm going to read that again. The guy who tackled him essentially had a blade-firing fake gun who was identified Wednesday as he was booked for felony assault with a deadly weapon. 23 of Los Angeles was charged with a shocking call-on-camera attack of the 48-year-old. I didn't even know Dave Chappelle was 48 years old. I thought he was older. But the comedian at Tuesday night's show at the Hollywood Brawl, the LAPD said, he had been carrying a replica handgun that had a blade inside. He was booked just after 3:30 a.m. Wednesday and held on a $30,000 bail, records show. He was listed as being 5 foot 10 inches tall, just 140 pounds, and a dress given for him matched that of an LA homeless shelter. So he homeless, but was able to afford to get himself onto the fucking Dave Chappelle show. That, by the way, Dave Chappelle tickets are like $400 fucking dollars. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck that guy. Anyways, I'm joined by some other people though. First, Ganja, how you doing, man?
Man. First they came for the impressionists, then they came for the mimes, and now they're coming for the comedians, bro. We gotta protect these people.
We gotta protect the comedians. Nah, dude.
You don't understand. These guys are the vanguard of truth and shit with their dick jokes and incest jokes and transphobia and shit.
He still made a trans joke after he got tackled. You gotta be like, oh fuck, it was a trans man. It's like, okay, whatever, dude. You still can't learn a lesson fresh off a tackle? Fucking moron. Everyone's stupid. But he is a victim, though. I must say he's definitely a victim. Jed, what do you feel about this?
I feel like the mime should be protected. I don't know about anyone else.
The mimes?
Yeah, the mimes.
I don't like mimes. I feel like mimes are like the most obvious, like, I feel like they're the most clear example of a person telling jokes fucking with me. I'm just like, whoa, fuck you, fuck you. Like, leave the fuck alone. But yeah, Best Ash on Twitch. I love that name. But yeah, he immediately made a trans joke, which it wasn't like a mean trans joke. I mean, he was just like, he's a trans man. That's all he said. It wasn't a big deal. But
what was he?
No, he wasn't. No, he's not a trans man. But he was just, he was making a joke because people probably assumed like that's why he got hit.
So here's the thing: Dave Chappelle, legendary comedian, all that shit. Give you credit for credit's due. The man won Grammys and all bunch of other shit. All right, put that out the way. Why is it that Dave Chappelle, the guy who has such a legendary status, is making such a bad joke that a handicapped dude that I remember from my open mic night tried to do?
Yeah.
For y'all who don't know that story, when I was doing open mic, I did it for a good couple months. And one of my highlights of my career was there was this handicapped dude, and it happened to be Martin Luther King Day that day. And he says, hey, when my black security takes me up there, I'm going to pretend to fall and yell out, see how they do you on Martin Luther King Day? And he thought that was hilarious. And the other white comedians around him thought that shit was hilarious too. So you know what I told him? I looked him dead in his crippled eyes, looked at him straight in his face. I was like, hey, if you really want to shock him, after your set, you should stand up.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I love that story. But I mean, it's a funny ass fucking joke.
But like, why is Dave Chappelle making shitty jokes that I was clowning?
Oh, see, Hector doesn't tell jokes. He's just is a joke. I think I said that wrong. He's just is a joke. No, he is just a joke. There we go.
Hector, damn, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, no, we heard that a couple weeks ago because he said something else. I was kind of like weird or whatever. But like, I didn't know what he had said to Martin way back in the day, and I don't care about airing this dirty laundry. Don't fucking disrespect people, Hector, you little shit. But yeah, he said some really fucking awful things to Martin and about his family, and I was like, okay, that's not cool. But I won't go into specifics. We can, we don't have to touch on that too much. But yeah, when we disrespect people that I care about, though, I will tell you to go fuck yourself, and I will never forget. I'm one of those dudes that doesn't forget shit. There's shit I should have gotten over fucking like 5 years ago, and I still can't fucking get over it. Ganji would tell me, he's like, dude, you're right, but like, chill the fuck out, dude. Okay, it's been like half a goddamn decade.
Shit, that's been a lot of this week. It's been, you're right. You don't gotta be like that.
But then, I'll give you points, though, in the sense of, like, maybe there is some things that need to fucking just grow the fuck up and get over. So, we're both right. But Kirk says, hello to you, too there, good sir, good Kirk, sir. Ryan is like, you don't say. Yeah, I don't know, probably about something, I don't know. Dude, I'm so all over the place, like, I forget shit I said, like, literally seconds ago, and then I'm kind of like, yeah, someone just responded to me, and I should probably know exactly what they're meaning to say by their response, and yet I don't know shit. Gene says he said Martin family were little black turtles. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good.
He said what?
He said Martin family were little black turtles.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
I feel the racial connotations that it's supposed to mean.
Yeah. No, I think it was just Matt. Oh, Gene's joking. But see what I'm saying? Like, you're joking, but that was believable as fuck. I completely believe that, because that doesn't even sound ridiculous. that Hector would say that shit, or anyone in this community would say. Black Knight says same thing. Same. There is one thing I can't forgive someone for. Oh, okay, yeah. No, same here. I can't forgive certain people for shit either, dude. But we gotta learn to forget, or at least not let it bother us, whatever. But other than that, though, I'm like, now we're gonna get deep. I don't want to get too deep here today. Fucking on this goddamn show. Especially when talking about the Dave Chappelle thing, I think my deepness should be catered to just that particular topic. But unfortunately,
you went deeper than that Blade did.
Yeah, the thing is, unfortunately, I don't feel that deeply about that situation. I mean, granted, like, let me just say this before anyone starts crying. But no, I don't think it was right that dude went on stage and tried to hurt Dave Chappelle, and especially like that's aggravated weapon, assault. He could have killed him like that. I mean, that's really, really scary shit. So
now you could actually have killed him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not cool. But I will say that, like, this has nothing to do with Will Smith, so I know Corey's going to be talking about this. Hopefully he doesn't bring up Will Smith during that, but it's whatever. But another big thing about this is, like, he gets up after the tackle and then still makes a trans joke. The guy who went after him probably wasn't trans at all, and you're still making offensive. Like, you're not learning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole point is and granted, it is Dave Chappelle's stand-up show, so still, I don't know. You can look at it both ways, but I just think that, like, after you get hit, though, you should probably chill the fuck out. But he's, like, trying to aggravate more because he's a comedian, so he's allowed to do whatever they want. And it's like, sometimes you shouldn't fucking do that shit. I'm just saying.
Not only that, he's got to keep the facade of, like, oh, no matter what, I'm going to speak truth to power. So, as long as the guy ain't actively stabbing me, I'm going to make jokes still.
Exactly. Oh, Corey's calling me, so I'll be right back. He might be starting on time again today, which would be surprising. But tell people what you've been up to today, Gandra, because you got a funny-ass story I want you to tell me about. So tell them.
Your boy got in his first car accident today. All right, so for people that don't know, I've recently started driving, and that was fun. I was enjoying it, freedom on the road. I mean, the gas prices are pretty shitty, but what the fuck can you do? But man, so it's like 9 a.m, right? I'm driving off. There's a bus in front of me. I'm trying to emerge onto the left side. I have my turn signals on. I'm like halfway into the fucking lane. I'm going to turn all the way in and complete my turn. And this asshole goes behind 2 people and speeds up to try to hit me, essentially go past me, but I think he was trying to fucking hit me. He bumps me like a bumper car and goes into the fucking street sign. Now, granted, I'm fine. My car is fine. Like, I got like a little dent to the side of it. But this dude was going so fast, this motherfucker hit the street sign and popped his tire and took out the whole left side of his fucking car. So now I'm dealing with fucking court litigation. I got claims and shit. It's bullshit.
Yeah, and by the way, so in the chat, Matt Hundumman says Chris Rock actually brought the Will Smith that thing afterwards. Yeah, I saw that. Was pretty funny, and it was an obvious joke, so I kind of get it. But to Ganja's thing, so like, me, I was kind of being a little bit of a bad friend. I'm going to be honest. I felt bad after our talk this morning, Ganja, because when he said that shit, I was literally like,
"You victim blaming motherfucker."
Yeah. I didn't hear
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for him. He's fine. Laugh at him.
No, he's fine. But at the same time, I was just like, yeah, dude, I felt bad because I was like, so what did you do to fuck this up? Like, what did you? How did you?
I mean, let's be honest. It's Ganja. That's the first thing anyone's gonna ask. Like, Ganja, what the fuck did you do?
My favorite was fucking Alan. He asked the most dumbest fucking question I ever got asked.
What?
Hey man, did you tell the cops you were high? First of all, I
Yeah,
wasn't
what the
high.
fuck?
Second of all, why the fuck would I tell them that if I was?
Yeah. But was he being a
That's part of the
smartass?
investigation of cop work, man. God damn it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
was
just
he,
admit to that shit.
I'm wondering if he was being a smartass with that question. Like, do you tell him you were high, you high motherfucker? Or was it like something else? Like, I don't know. Gene says, was Allie behind
Was
you?
Allie behind you in the other car? Nah, but he better be careful with his ass fucking trying to juke through people and shit. His training, his testing shit.
Yeah, well, even in like your bumper cars, remember that thing? Like that was a fun thing. And he even told you guys like, hey, no crashing into each other. It's like it's bumper, so no bumping on the bumper cars, you fucking dick. God
No,
damn.
we gotta slowly pass each other and then merge into the other side of the bumper lane.
And then you had to congratulate each other. I'm glad you got first place. Like,
Oh, some dumbass shit. But man, so that's what I'm dealing with. My favorite is just the officer arriving. I tell him my story. The other guy tells him his story. He just looks at me and goes, "You're at fault," and then writes out something completely I wasn't even fucking doing.
Yeah, man. Slippin' Jimmy says, love that you guys pasted Adam Sandler's face on one of them. Yeah, Jet's, for some reason, Adam Sandler. And, Jet, we're not doing Adam Sandler movies right now. You could totally, like, take that off, you fucking crazy person.
I'll take it off when I fucking feel like it.
Yeah, you're very weird.
She meant that.
I know. She did mean that. I'm scared. She might beat the fuck out of me or something. I would not be surprised. But here's the thing, though, guys. It's time for us to get into the review tonight. It'll be a very, very quick review. We don't have to get too insane with this at all. But I'm going to show you guys right now. Click, 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 click. There it is. That's our movie, Small Soldiers. This movie we're about to review was actually requested by, or through a Bit Bounty, by Anthony Wilson Jr., a.k.a. H2ODDS, a.k.a. the former main co-host, or main host, or whatever, of the Chat Tech.
AKA that bitch Anthony.
Yeah, that biatch.
That biatch Anthony.
If he's watching, thank you very much, Anthony. I really appreciate that, dude. He did this off the show, so you guys are probably confused as to why we're going to be reviewing this. But yeah, if you guys want to put the bounty on the head of a movie for us to review, you can do so by cheering 500 bits in the chat for a movie, or 1,500 for a 22 episode or less season of a TV series, cartoon, anime, limited series, or whatever you goddamn well please. But Small Soldiers, gotta tell you, dude, this is one of my favorite movies, literally, like, of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where I put it on my list of best movies ever, but nostalgically, in my top 30, it has to be in there somewhere. I have very fond memories of this movie. And it worried me when Anthony actually did the Bit Bounty for this, because I was like, okay, I watched this as a kid, but, like, as an adult and as a cynic, and I know we're going to be reviewing this.
As someone who lost all their childhood innocence.
Exactly. It's like, how is that going to end up as far as me liking it or knowing its flaws and considering how important those flaws are? Is it going to change, like, the overall quality of the movie or whatever? So, yeah, stick around to find out, because I'm not going to, like, pull any punches. I'm going to be honest. But, you know, I was worried about that shit. But how about you, man? Were you thinking that, like, you're not going to like this at all?
I was already prepared that there was going to be certain elements of the film that were, like, clearly stuck in the 90s. And with that in my head, I was already like, you know, that's fine. You know, it's going to be some awkward moments. They're going to make some references to stuff that I probably, like, ready just look side-eye at. But, no, it was actually kind of a timeless film, except for, like, certain elements of, like, the chips and, like, Britney Spears a reference and the whole song at the end of it. But besides that, this movie's actually kind of within its own universe.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, man, as far as the synopsis goes, in case you guys are not familiar, I feel like most of you guys will be familiar, but it is what it is. Slippin' Jimmy says, it's my birthday on Saturday. Oh, shit, nice. Hopefully you can hang out with us in the after hours on Discord, but if not, you know, if you do a show or whatever, I'll give you a nice fucking big, thick-ass shout-out. But anyways, yeah, as far as... thick...
thickness.
But yeah, dude, as far as the synopsis go, you know, a toy company that makes toys and games and little figures for children are pushed to the limits to come up with some ideas as the company is going out of business and being bought out by a bigger company known as, I believe, Global Tech or Global.
Yeah, it's Global Tech. It's actually a weapon manufacturing company decided to buy a toy company.
Yeah, isn't that fucking ridiculous?
But it makes sense, man, because in the 90s and early 2000s, these companies were like becoming major conglomerates, and they were just buying shit that didn't make no sense within their industry.
Yeah, dude, but but this company that's so enriched with funds apparently because of their military, like, you know, connections or whatever. You know, they're in electronics, hardware, all that shit, and they're massive. But they buy this smaller company and eliminate most of the staff to reduce costs. And that being said, you know, they're just about to get rid of the toy company or the toy development team as well. But this team of just two guys that oversee the projects come in with two ideas. One of which being these little monsters that are called gorgonites. And these monsters, at first glance, are, like, eye-catching and badass and, like, this fucking, like, I mean, I think it looks like they have weapons. Like Insaniac looks like he's ready to kill and shit. That's the purple or blue one or whatever.
I just love how like it originally started off as like these are characters to teach kids about like conflict resolution through like peaceful means, and like the Chip Hazard wasn't even thought of. It was the Gorgonites, and they're like peaceful little fucking island. And then as soon as they get to their boss where they're trying to save the company, it's like, nah, I want soldiers, I want big blow up shit. And then for some reason Dennis Leary goes into his fucking rant that he does from all his specials, talking about like how kids' toys are bullshit. How come there's no guns that fire on their own and shit? Which, by the way, that'd be a huge risk for liability to give kids like actual toys that got to the level of conflict like these fucking things did.
Yeah, exactly. I will say though, I don't think Dennis Leary's in this.
Yeah, that's Dennis Leary.
Are you sure?
The owner of the company? Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually shocked because like he looks like shit in this fucking movie. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking like Dennis Miller or something.
That's before he started doing the Firefire show and started working out and get those abs.
Okay, that's probably why then. Yeah. But no, dude. I'm trying to think who else is in this too. I mean, they got like Phil Hartman, Kristen Dunst, a lot of people like that too. God, but what's the main?
Shit, I had a fucked up realization when we were watching this. I forgot Phil Hartman was the guy that got killed by his wife on a coke binge.
Yep. Yeah, and then one person that I was actually shocked to see in this too, watching it again, is like, yeah, Jay Moore. Jay Moore was an actor who was in tons of stupid shit back in the day, and then he's in this, and he's the guy who actually is the toy development guy for the Commando Elite, the army men, the soldiers. So he's showing them like a commercial and shit, and then like Dennis Leary essentially goes like, hey man, do they really do all that shit? And he's like, no. He's like, see, I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of these commercials with these stupid ass fucking girls. Oh god, fuck yeah, shampoo, whatever the fuck. And he's like, dude, like, I want a commercial that actually like the product does what they say they're gonna do. So we're gonna put these munitions chips in the fucking toys. Or he doesn't do
advanced
that.
AI.
No, actually, he tells Jay Moore, he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you access to my shit, and whatever you do with it, go fucking right ahead. Just make sure the shit's good. So Jay Moore takes that as, well, since we have access to all global tech shit, I'm gonna put munitions chips in these toys and fucking like, let's just do this shit, right? So that happens, and now they have this access to artificial intelligence that's fucking insane, and essentially they become, what the title is, Small Soldiers, and that's where the title comes from. That's pretty much the whole process of the movie, the whole premise of the movie. So that being said, though, we don't stick within that premise like pretty much at all, because right after that they play this happy music, and we see this character named Alan, which it would be so confusing if Alan was here, because we would have to like I guess I would have to call him Birdman for this review only, whatever. But since he's not here, we can just say Alan. But there's this character Alan, that he's a fuck up apparently. He's like working at his dad's shop. He's taking care of him, doing a bunch of shit, whatever.
They kind of hit that he did something really bad in school, but they don't really explain what the fuck he did.
He started a fire, I believe. Like it was like some pyromaniac shit. I don't know. I could have sworn because Kristen Dunst is like.
Because Kristen Dunst is basically trying to establish the Alan character's background, but it's done in such a way that it just feels like hearsay, and then eventually you're gonna get the real story for him, but you never get the reveal.
Yeah, which I feel like that's almost a bad thing. But then I'm like, well, dude, we care about soldiers. Like, are we really gonna give a fuck about shit? But like looking back, I kind of
that's like a big thing to his character, because like his parents treat him like shit because of it. Like the neighborhood is suspicious of him. He's like being told by Kristen Dunst that he's one of those bad boys because of what he did it. You think they would try to explain that a little more thoroughly than just a one-off piece of dialogue in the first, like, really early first half of the fucking movie?
Yeah. By the way, too, Slippin' Jimmy says, by the way, can you rate my good friend Duty Bird? Duty Beard, which is a great fucking name. At some point, he should be live in 30. My sister is part of the show as well. Yeah, I can definitely do that for you, dude. Fuck yeah. Especially been showing support and hanging out with us and shit, dude. I got you. So yeah, no problem. But anyways, yeah, so, like, I didn't like about Alan because I feel like a lot of the time we see that character, there's a lot of like decisions he makes, and it just sounds like he's begging for this movie to have an issue. You know what I mean? Like, why did you try to sell the fucking toys? Why did you try to do this? And I guess I'll explain it really quick. So, this place that he works at, his dad's shop is actually an antique store with antique toys, and no one's buying any of this shit. There's kids that walk by and are like, "Oh, mom, fuck that shit. Let's go to Toys R Us."
This ain't no Pokemon.
Yeah, like, where's the fucking trading cards, Mom? Not the baseball ones. Fuck this place, So they're walking by, and Alan's like, God, dude, my dad, he just sucks at fucking toys. So a truck driver comes by, and it's a Global Tech shipment, and I guess I don't know what they deliver him, probably paper towels or some shit. But he sees in the back, he's like, yo, like, there's these Commando Elite toys, and it's, they call it small soldiers, where the fucking gorgonites, where are these? They pull them out just to check them out. And they start doing all this crazy artificial intelligence shit. And like, dude, let's sell this. I can like prove my dad that I can do shit like this. Oh, is that Dick Miller? I didn't even know that was. I don't know people's names. So yeah, but yeah, I love him though. Fucking awesome. Cause he was in. I think it was in another toy movie too. But anyways, yeah. So he goes inside the fucking house, whatever they or not the house, but the shop. They start stocking everything, and then Alan's like, hey, my dad's going to be out of town too, so I can really sell these fucking things. But he takes Archer with him, because Archer was already out of the package and shit. And he was going to sell that to Kristen Dunst's character, because he wants to get in her fucking pants. When he goes home, though, Archer is just kind of like learning about shit, walking around, and Alan's like, what the fuck? But while they're at the house, the Commando Elite power on, because Major Chip Hazard, I guess, like, initiates their power. And they start a war inside the fucking place. And I know the CGI is bad, Ganj, but like the way they kind of like zoom out of the shop and you can just hear everything like, oh no, where's Archer? Fuck, my asshole hurts. I thought that shit was effective, dude. Like it was kind of like scary.
It sounded like they were getting really jumped when that battle begins, and it's fucked up because one of them actually dies.
Yeah, one of them dies, and then the other one gets so damaged where they actually replace his parts with like parts of
other toys, which is pretty fucking morbid looking ass toy.
Yeah, man, and it was weird because like I feel like because I tried to buy these toys and a couple of them that I bought, the broken version is the one I got, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm surprised that they didn't just like sell not only the broken one but then also like what he was supposed to look like, because I really don't know what his original design was. I just know him as the broken piece of shit toy that they destroyed.
They give you a hint at his original design at the beginning of the movie when he starts going off on all the different gorgonites.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like a quick. Like, again, a lot of this movie is very fast-paced kids movie stuff, so they make their explanations real quick and then they move on to the next scene.
Yeah, dude, but Alan eventually finds out that like, hey man, like these toys are fucked up because Archer keeps bringing up like I need the gorgonites. He goes back over there to the fucking store, and he notices the whole place is trash. The Commando Elite are gone, and the gorgonites are gone. So he's like, okay, Archer's already acting fucking crazy, which is the leader of the gorgonites. And Kristen Dunst helps him to clean shit up. His dad comes back home. He's like, hey, everything's a fucking like, or no, like nothing's a mess yet. But he notices like a little crack in his like antique little battleship thing. It gets pissed off. I was like, go home, you little fuck, whatever the fuck. So he literally goes back home, but now he's calling like, Global Tech, like, hey dude, your toys are fucking things up, and they're like, you're fucking crazy. So they get a hold of Jay Moore and David Cross's characters, who are the two guys that actually came up with all this shit. And now they're trying to figure out like, okay, what do these munition ships do, and how far can this, oh, Ryan said that a little crack in its ad break. Yeah, I don't know. This MooBot, man, is pushing out those ads like crazy. But you want to deal with them if you guys had subs. So definitely try to use your Twitch Prime sub, man. It's free.
Spend that money and I'll feel less bad for you.
But yeah, dude. So like, he gets a whole Global Tech, whatever, and then David Cross and Jay Moore start looking into what could be causing this. Meanwhile, the Commando Elite infiltrate the fucking house, and they're just walking around like they're trying to copy like how Gorgonites talk. They're like, oh, you gotta go back to Goron. It's Gorgon, you moron. Like all this shit, and it's super funny. But then it gets like intense fast, dude. Like that scene where Nick Nitro, one of the toy soldiers, has like this cutting thing. I don't know what was that? Gon, do you remember what that was?
Shit, I don't remember honestly.
Cause I don't know what that would be
called.
Oh
no, that was all right. So the little cut thing, that was back when they had those ultimate kitchens where they would have all the different type of tools that like real professional kitchens have that you honestly don't need. So that cutter thing is like if you want to cut pizza or dough bread and shit like that.
That makes a lot of sense. I did not think about that. But yeah, dude, like that fucking like he used that and cuts Alan. Like for when he was gonna kill Archer, he was gonna like cut him in half or whatever. And I was like, this shit is like almost like potentially gory. Like my imagination as a kid, I'm looking at this and I'm like, dude, like that would have been really, really terrifying.
Well, shit, like I hate to skip ahead, but when the battle starts affecting the humans, they don't really stop giving a fuck.
Oh yeah, they want fucking blood, dude. Like I mean, it's like a horror movie. Like it's like this movie has a lot of like as Ryan said in the chat earlier. I forgot the guy's name, but thank you very much for saying that in the chat earlier. But really good, happy, composing music, or whatever. Like it's nice. But then like shit like this happens, and I'm like, I don't have the same feeling I have that the music cue is trying to tell me to have. Like I don't feel like I'm watching a kid movie and it's like a fun adventure. There's nothing adventurous here. It's fucking terrifying. So I loved it, but dude, Alan gets fucking Nick Fury, puts him right in the garbage disposal, right in the sink, and cuts him in half, and he's just crawling and all his fucking shit. Jerry Goldsmith, thank you. Yeah, every Joe Dante movie. Yeah, you're right. I almost wanted to call the old man Joe Dante, Dick Miller, but I'm stupid. But anyways, Nick Fury gets out. Oh, wait, is it Nick Nitro? Not Nick Fury. I'm thinking of fucking Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to realize that on your own.
But Nick Nitro comes out. He was furious though. But he comes out and he has like all this fucking like his robot guts and shit. And dude, like the way they talk about it and like we lost a soldier today, blah blah blah. It was like holy shit, like they're taking it seriously. And this is a good acting from Tommy Lee Jones as Major Hazard.
I love when he cracks open the head to make more of them, and the other soldiers like go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, because for them, like this shit's real to them. So like when he rips off his head,
he just broke his head.
Yeah, like imagine
his brain out and shit.
Even if you guys are badasses and you're a bad guy as in a movie, if your main character, your leader, gets somebody that you know as a friend and rips off their fucking head, that would be terrifying. And these characters act like that, and it makes it funny. And you think of this like it's just a silly joke, like in a kids movie, but in universe, that was terrifying. That was some of the baddest, most monstrous shit Major Chip Hazard could have done. So he's not fucking around. There is no negotiative. I mean, there's nothing that's gonna make this not happen. He has a mission. He's gonna carry that shit out. So they go to Phil Hartman's house essentially to I guess create somewhat of a base over there. And they know that Kristen Dunst likes Alan and vice versa, so they're trying to kind of like get in her head and shit. And that's what Gonzo's referring to. They power up all of her Barbies to become like the Commando Elite. Now, the only issue I have with this essentially is like, if they were able to do this, they could just do this to everybody else. Like, there's so many toys in the world that
there's a lot of toys that they could have done that to that probably been way more dangerous.
Exactly, and then not even just toys, but just machinery. Like, why not do that with the car?
All right, well now you're talking about turning to that Stephen King film where all the vehicles become evil and
Maximum
try to kill
Overdrive.
Humans. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, play some AC/DC. Just fucking drive into the fucking house to kill everybody.
I love that scene mostly because the car knows AC/DC.
Yeah. But no, dude. Like I'm telling you, like I had issues even as a kid thinking this. I was like, oh fuck, the Barbies. What if they get more soldiers? I mean, granted, like people as a kid and in movies they kind of keep saying girl shit is like not as badass or whatever as men shit or boy shit.
I don't know. Those fucking Barbies had chainsaws, dog.
Yeah, that and like this movie they did it really, really good and it was kind of creepy. But as a kid, I was just kind of like, well, what if they use a Freddy Krueger toy? So yeah, dude. But like that scene was pretty cool. They used Led Zeppelin. That was a pretty cool song that they're doing there. So yeah, I don't know if you like that kind of stuff, Ryan, but like that song I thought was great. That scene was great too. Literally, like you can hear the Barbies like saying shit like, oh, like that hairstyle was so 5 minutes ago, like whatever the fuck. But it's funny, but it's creepy because it's like the Child's Play effect, where like this voice box, oh my god, but it's trying to kill you. It's terrifying. But after that happens, the climax of the movie happens. I want to get through everything. I don't even want to do spoilers. I don't like doing that when it comes to these. We don't do scene by scenes, even though this is probably the most scene by scene.
Well, we fucking love the movie. That's why.
Exactly, because I just want to
classic from my childhood. If I was reviewing Lion King, I'd be doing the same shit.
Yeah, dude. Or Terminator 2. I would go through that whole fucking movie. So I don't want to like give out the whole movie here, and I want you guys to go watch it yourself because I really, really recommend it. But as far as like my opinions on some of these, they didn't change much from when I was a kid because every time this movie does something, it's usually a practical effect or it's like a very like isolated CGI effect where it's not like CGI mixed with real life, so it doesn't look wonky. I loved everything they did here, but shit gets a little crazy. Like for instance, the way they blow up, they're chasing after Alan and Kristen Dunst's character, and then like they fall off this cliff and they blow up. A cliff, not cliff. They fall off a cliff and they blow up. But like everyone dies except for Major Chip Hazard, and then he finds a way to get to Global Tech's fucking warehouse, get all the other toys, and then come back. And then you can't tell me that there's no other Gorgonite toys. Like they find like a truckload of like millions of Commando Elite, but there was only one box of Gorgonite toys in the whole fucking thing.
But that's mostly because they kind of established earlier that the toy company doesn't respect the Gorgonites, and the only reason they're there is to be the honestly, I hate to say it, but the kill counts for the people that play with the Chip Hazard toys.
I guess so, yeah. Like they're just there, like, oh, fall down, whatever the fuck. Yeah, and thank you, Ryan. There's no other Major Chip Hazard toys. Like that was weird. It's like,
yeah. Imagine if you killed the other ones.
Oh, imagine if they hate each other. Like he's like, "Hey, what are you doing, you fucking scumbag? No, fuck you. No, fuck you." Like that'd be great. I would love that shit. Or if they work together, that'd be terrifying. But I just felt like that was really convenient for the movie to leave out. That was kind of odd. And then it was also odd because, not to take this too seriously, but I'm a cynic. I'm doing a review. I got to be honest with myself. But the whole concept of the movie is that these are munitions chips that are implemented into the brain of the toy, and they can't do shit outside of whatever they're programmed to do. They are forced to suffer in what was made of them to do, right? So explain to me how the Gorgonites start learning, hey, Archer, we need to go help Alan. I love Alan. He has bad taste in movies. And then they come out and help, and I'm like, you guys could have been doing that the whole movie. You just waited to the end.
And he's being a whole ass little shit too the whole time.
Yeah, like I was like, that's fucking dumb. And plus, Alan has been bitching about you guys. He literally, at first I thought he was trying to sacrifice him, but it was like a videotape, or an audio tape playing the music. But it's just kind of like, that was odd. And then there's scenes too, like his parents thought he was on drugs. Like, are you on crank? Whatever.
By the way, the same parents from is it the same parents from Transformers? No, the mom's different.
The mom's different, the dad's the same. Yeah.
Literally, is that the same shit in the Transformers movie? Are you on drugs?
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It's always drugs, which I get. I guess I'd probably be asking the same shit. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, if you're saying your toys are talking to find a conflict, there's not many other substances in this world that will cause you to do that. OJ don't do that to people.
But then here's another thing, though. So like, the fucking parents are saying he's on drugs and he's weird, blah blah blah. And we don't trust him, and you're full of shit, and we're gonna not help you with anything. But like, he wanted to have Archer talk, and Archer wouldn't talk. Well, tell me where the fuck the parents are, where the toys are jumping. They have that little goldfish-looking fucking Gorgonaut, like just going to the top and then to the ceiling, then falling, then he falls in the fish tank. Slamfish like, Dad, you fucking died, all that shit. There's so many things going on. That's not making a bunch of racket. And also, too, if it wasn't making a bunch of racket, leave the room and say, Mom, Dad, my fucking toys are jumping around, making a bunch of fucking chaos. Like, that was really weird. That like a big part of the storyline, a big crux of Alan's journey, is the fact that the parents don't know that these toys can talk and move around, yet they are doing it right now. So fucking tell them. Like that. I feel like that's pretty fucking lazy writing. Like that's bad. That's straight up bad.
Well, it's also towards the end of the film. They're just really trying to move it along at that point.
Yeah, which I forgive it because I love it. But it's like, if someone made fun of me, like, oh, really, Nick? Like, you talk shit about Marvel, blah, blah, but they don't explain that. It's like, okay, you got me. The movie fucking sucks at that spot. Like like they fucked up, But the last scene, I will say, as far as like the fighting, that fucking climax war scene was long and great. Like, just fucking, I mean, it was so amazing. It's better than lots of live action, like human versus human movies. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That was amazing. That was funny. That was emotional at points. There's a part where like the dad's like, what are you doing, Alan? He's like, I'm gonna save you, Dad. I'm gonna go up in the fucking thing. He's like, okay, like stay safe. I got you, son. And he's getting shot by like a needler fucking nail gun. I mean, it's amazing stuff, man. Like, I love the parents in it. The mom is badass, dude. Like, did she win you over with like when she was killing Commando?
Oh hell yeah! Especially when they kind of established earlier she's like one of those professional parents that doesn't really care too much about what the kid's doing because she's so focused on her career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, but like she even has like this tennis racket because she's like, I like to play tennis sometimes. I'm kind of good. And then that's how that's her weapon. Like, she destroys all these Commando Elite. I was like, that's
by the way, when they drugged the parents, they should have fucking overdosed. Those were way more than just one dose.
Oh yeah, there was like 4. Like, you keep seeing it like bloom, 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 and then all this acid goes up.
Well, congratulations, your parents are never fucking waking up again.
Yeah. Really surprised too that the girl is obviously like younger than fucking at least 18 or 17. And yet, like, her boyfriend was trying to get her to fuck. Like, I think they were, like, very obviously wanting to fuck. So I thought that was kind of weird, like, how her boyfriend... And then, like, if they're super young kids, why does he have, like, a motorcycle? He's driving around like nothing. Like, don't you gotta be... Like, I don't know. I just feel... Once again, I'm older. I'm a cynic. Sometimes, like, I just don't understand certain things. Movie's very, very relaxed as far as details go. Last thing I'm going to touch on. I love the soundtrack, man. They got Love is a Battlefield cover by... I forgot her name, but she's a girl who married Nirvana's, Kurt Cobain. But, oh yeah, too, I love that. Ryan says, like, Kristen Dunst even states that she only dates older guys. So I was like, what the fuck? But anyways, yeah, dude, like the music I thought was great. I like Tom Sawyer. I forgot who plays that fucking song, but like they're great. And then the biggest thing about this is a fucking mashup of a new metal love. I probably would have preferred Korn to be in this, but I love like just so you guys know, my favorite band of all time is Korn. But I didn't grow up with metal. Korn was the first metal band I ever heard, but really I grew up with Neil Young and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs, I like them more than Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg and everybody. They are the fucking best ever. So Bone Thugs comes in here, and another crazy, amazing new metal band, Rage Against the fucking Machine. I love Rage Against the Machine. So the band, Tom Morello, the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine, is in there, and then the bassist from fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea, he's in there too. So you got fucking Flea, you got Tom Morello, and then you got the lead singer from Helmet. What's his name? Uh Something Rollins. Henry
Shit,
Rollins.
you know that more than me.
Yeah, Henry Rollins is in there too. And just to combine all the things I love, Henry Rollins is actually what Negan was based off of from Walking Dead. So that's a pretty big thing. He's a big punk rock star. So yeah, dude, Henry Rollins is in there. And then obviously Bone Thugs. And they drop F-bombs in that fucking song, dude. Like, they drop the N-word, all that shit. Like, this movie's a PG-13, and that song is adult as fuck. And it's about killing. I think it's about killing cops, actually. But they do their own version of War. What is it good for? And I love the Bone Thugs version of that song. The music video is pretty trash. It's pretty silly and stupid. But well, no, actually, so you had two different versions. I actually have literally physically, I have the soundtrack. It's not censored. I'm telling you, it's not censored. They did have a version that was censored, but the version I have is definitely not censored. And in the credits of this movie, in the credits, it's not censored. Go back and listen to it, because we did that the other day when we watched this. And yeah, dude, I was waiting for it, and they literally, it's not censored in the movie. It's fucking wonderful. I feel like someone fucked up, though. They probably should have censored it, because it is for kids. But overall, dude, I love this movie. It does have some spots where they were being lazy and being very, like, I don't know, like, just they weren't being detail oriented, and I can't give credit for that. But I love this so much. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 still. This was a fun ass movie to the point where, like, I would watch it again right now if I had nothing to do. So yeah, dude, I thought it was badass. But how about you, man? What'd you rate this?
Same. Honestly, a 4.5 out of 5. I still fucking love it. Yeah, it has some stuff stuck from the 90s and early 2000s, but with a lot of these films, you can't get out of that because when they start really doing reference humor and really trying to amp up the fact that they had cultural relativity with their movies. But other than that, still a great fucking film. I enjoyed everything. Fucking Tommy Lee Jones as the fucking main commander is one of the best parts.
Yeah,
but
dude.
other than that, this film only really sucks in only a couple areas. One, a little bit too much of the 90s references. The CGI is a little god awful at times, but then again, kind of goes for the whole point of like saying, yeah, this kind of is in the 90s. Like, what do you expect? They just really started getting CGI. Toy Story just got done at this fucking point. So it's not really becoming a huge art medium if you're pushing the boundaries. But what they did with this is fucking amazing. So 4 out of 5 for me, or 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, dude. No, I love this movie so fucking much. I wish Jet would have watched it with us because I'm curious to see if she would have liked this. But it is old. You know, I don't know. Like, Jet, when you see, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a couple things of this, Jet. Do you think it looks too shitty for you to like it or not?
I've seen this movie like multiple times throughout my life, and I can tell you right now, every time I see it, I forget everything that happens in this fucking movie.
But you know what's the biggest reason why I want Jet to watch this though and review this is that I want her to literally take Major Chip Hazard's fucking head and put that as her avatar. Like, I think that'd be fucking great. Ryan says Jet's older than this movie. Yeah. What were you saying?
You missed that chance.
I know. I'm sorry. But that being said, though, guys, we're going to get out of here. I know it sounds like we're leaving pretty fast, but Corey's starting his thing. I got to do a couple things for him, too. And then I got to get ready for trivia stuff, which, by the way, big thanks to Ryan for helping me out with trivia. I know that you have a lot of ideas that you put out there, but Corey just doesn't take them because he's old and crazy. But I think you have a couple more stuff in there that I'm going to check out and see if he can improve those. If not, if he doesn't improve those, I might be hitting you up, Ryan. I can't, my brain, I can't fucking think of ideas on my own. I'm old. But that being said, you can follow Ganja where?
Oh, you can follow me on the Illuminati podcast when we finally get that uploaded. Mostly because we're trying to figure out how we're going to do our new setup. Because the Metropolis, a lot of the groups have kind of fallen off of the stuff. And with Ruthless Health Issues, if you guys seen his Facebook, we're starting to pull down a lot of our stuff to mostly focus on Illuminati podcast. unless the folks are still doing their own thing. But other than that, we're gonna have an episode ready for you soon. And also go check my Twitter at Red Ganja Groove.
Oh yes, people. That being said, you guys hear the music? Don't be lying, goddammit. Get the fuck
Now
out
go
here.
go enjoy that fucking toasty goodness of your body.
Oh yes, all of your body, your body. All right, guys. Bye. See ya. Hopefully, I'm paying attention when the duty beard comes on. I'll definitely rate him. Don't know if he's on right now, and I can't check as we're ending, but I'll make sure to look back in a little bit. If I can, I'll send people over. Thank you. Goodbye. Stay toasty. Attack. Chat.
Stay black and beautiful.
Big farts.